and welcome back to Cuckoo for Books. My name is Salva and today I'm going to be doing a movie review on Disney's new adaptation live thingo of Beauty and the Beast. Not necessarily book related, but I saw Natasha from Tashopolis do this, so I was like, I'm going to do one too. First off, I'm so glad that Alan Menken came back and wrote new songs for this movie. Alan Menken is one of my favorite composers ever. He did Aladdin, he did Beauty and the Beast, Hercules, Pocahontas, Hunchback, Little Mermaid, Enchanted, Tangled. So I am so glad that he came back to score this film and to write new songs. Let me tell you, with those 3 songs, he's gunning for that Oscar. Go get that Oscar, baby! I really liked the entire production design of this movie. I thought, you know, the costumes were so well done, with the exception of one thing that we will talk about. I loved the way the village looked. It really gave that small town vibe. I think the castle was one of those things that actually looked great adapted to live action. Not a spoiler, really. We've all seen the trailer. I have very mixed feelings about Belle's gown. I thought it was a bit too plain. However, seeing it in motion while actually watching the film, it moved very well. Very, very whooshy and fluey and fluey. The design itself, I was like, I'm still not a fan of, but it moved like a dream. I still am on the fence. I think my favorite character brought to life would be Gaston. Luke Evans just did an excellent job portraying him. He owned the character. It didn't feel like a parody. He was Gaston. Personally, the household objects, they tried their best, but it was just one of those things, and I hate being that kind of person who says that nothing ever beats the original, but you can't beat Angela Lansbury and Jerry Orbach and David Ogden Stiers. You just can't. You're just better off cartoons. I do agree with a bunch of critics. You just know whatever's gonna come out of my mouth is completely pretentious if I say I agreed with the critics. It's how I felt with the Cinderella remake as well, and it's just that it was a remake. There was nothing new brought to the table, which I'm on the fence about. Again, like, part of me wants to see exactly the cartoon brought to life. Then it also just felt like I'm literally watching the script and everything unfold just like it was in the movie. I do appreciate a good credit scene, and this one was really, really nice. They had that moving painting vibe. Let's go aboard the spoiler train. Doesn't work as well with movies. I think the spoiler train is just for books. Be our guest. Underwhelming. The rest of the numbers I think were well done. I thought the opening number was very well done. I really liked Evermore. I liked the Days in the Sun new song. I loved Maurice's little, like, while he's working on a little jewelry box. One of the things that would have worked so well from the Broadway musical, that the one thing they could have brought was the end duet. The reprise of Belle, which is usually one of my favorite parts of the animated movie. It was so obvious that it was a green screen, and Belle herself didn't really have that much energy in that particular scene. I was just meh about it. Somebody pointed this out, that it made more sense that the Beast was actually literate. I thought that was a cool thing. I know in the original animated movie, Belle was teaching the Beast how to read, and I kind of liked this change that instead of that, they're just spending their time reading together. It was towards the end of something there where it was the household objects talking. You could just see them in the background, blurry, like trading books. And I just thought that was such a cute touch. I don't say this a lot, but the Enchantress, cold-hearted, I can't say it, but you know the word I'm about to call her. She essentially teach one prince a lesson, separated families, gave an entire village amnesia, and almost cursed a castle who had nothing to do with the prince's attitude. The Enchantress was just hovering towards the whole movie, wasn't she? You're a mean old lady. Why are we giving you credit? Why are you smiling at the end like we should thank you? No, you're mean. You separated Mr. Potts from Mrs. Potts and Little Chip, and I cannot forgive you for that. Mr. Potts! Mr. Potts! I'm so happy Chip has a dad and Mrs. Potts has a husband. Oh, that scene made me gasp, and I was very, very happy. This might just be me. Was the ballroom too short? Just compared to the animated movie, it was a huge ballroom, this beautiful, beautiful ballroom with floor-to-ceiling windows. This ballroom was just like, just a little bit weeny. The whole backstory with Belle's mom and that stupid magical book, why was that even a part of the movie? That book that was brought out once and never brought in again. There must have been another way that Belle would have discovered the truth about her mom other than a magical book that transports you to places. Same thing with Beast and his father. Like, his father was a jerk and taught him how to be a jerk. That being said, you'd think after 25 years, they could have given the Beast a name. We still don't. What is his name? So towards the end, where the Beast was being transformed back into a human, did you guys notice the expression on Emma Watson's face? Yes, you're right. There was no expression. She was standing there like... I wish that we had been given more screen time with the prince. What was up with that curly hair? That curly like ponytail. I get that they were trying to stay true to like the time period, but this is also a movie where people are turned into household objects. You couldn't have given him a proper, nice, princely hairdo. The ending of the animated movie was so iconic where they shared a final kiss and then turned into the stained glass, and then this was just like, woo, look at us twirling. And that about does it for my Beauty and the Beast review. You can follow me on my other bookish adventures on Twitter and Instagram, both at Cuckoo for Books. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.